Right, hi guys, and welcome back to the Lola Mastercard My Team career mode, or whatever you want to call it. And this time we're going to be at the wonderful Zandvoort circuit. I have had the pleasure of going there several times in my life, and yeah, it's a shithole. So I'm not sure if the updates are going to make any difference to it in real life, but I know I'm not really keen on it, to be honest. But, you know, we'll see how we go around here this weekend. That's Karen. She's put a lawsuit in, because one of the members of staff wolf whistled at her. Not very good at all. As you can see there, we've had spent some money in the aero department, and we've upgraded the reliability, and it's less percentage of failure rate and stuff like that, so the durability of the parts as well. So we invested a whopping $2 million into that. These parts sadly won't be ready for the Zandvoort Grand Prix, the Dutch Grand Prix, but they will be in time for Spain. So hoping I can make the Spanish Grand Prix a bit more exciting than the real life one that we had just a couple of weeks ago. And as you can see, the resource points that I've got left, I'm just investing them in some more durability, because why not? Every new team needs to be reliable before it gets quick, and that's what the Lola Mastercard is doing. Look at that, we're ahead of McLaren now. McLaren are having a real struggle this season at the moment, it seems. But yeah, on we go to Zandvoort, and as you can see, we're on the end of the qualifying lap now, and we're going to pop it into P16. Fantastic stuff. As you saw there, we had a lap already, and I decided to go for another one because we're only a few tenths off of the cars ahead, and that couple of tenths put us in the end. We lost a couple, but 18th, so we're ahead of Antonio Giovinazzi, the two Williams, and our teammate, which is a fantastic effort. Sadly, Raikkonen and Grosjean got the better of us there at the end. But on to the race now, and I'll hand you over to the incapable hands of Mr. David Croft.
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Why don't we start by talking about Carlos Sainz? Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Ricciardo, Perez, Stroll and Lando Norris, Gasly, Kvyat, Esteban Ocon and Magnussen, Raikkonen, Grosjean, the scientist, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Sainz, Latifi, Russell and Mahavir Raghunathan. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So as we wait for the 5 lights to go out on the all-seasons career mode, we say go, go, go! And it's away we go for the Lola Mastercard My Team career mode. And we're round the outside of Grosjean there. Looks like we've already got a position on him. And we're battling with Kimi Raikkonen now. A little bit of contact there. We're up into P16, so that's one position gained. Warning for a collision, but that doesn't matter. And we're going to go up the inside here, are we? Yes, we are. We're trying to nudge his way up. Kimi Raikkonen and Magnussen there. We get the pair of them, and that's Ocon. We're round the outside of him, 2 wheels on the grass. Bloody hell, we're having a right old ding-dong battle here, and we're going forward, which is fantastic. We've got Kimi. Oh, we flicked a bit of a wing off there, and oh, I don't know whose bit of wing that was, but that went flying through the air as well. I think we've lost a bit of his wing, and it looks like the car behind of Raikkonen lost a bit there as well. That was frantic stuff there, and we're up the inside of Ocon again. It looked like we made the move on Ocon, but not quite, and then he just came diving up the inside there. and just tagged as wing, but it's all fair in love and war, and especially on the first lap of any Formula 1 race, it's going to be hectic and frantic. But we're up to P14 now, going for Ocon. Yes, we do, and we outbrake ourselves, but the outbraking manoeuvre turned out to be a position gained on Danny Kvyat, so we're in the middle of an AlphaTauri sandwich now. And Gasly ahead. Are we going to be able to make a move on him coming round to this final complex? We're 2 wheels into the gravel there, and we're up onto the banking. It's very reminiscent of the carousel of the Nordschleife, of course. We're into rich mix. We've got the overtake button enabled, and we're up the inside. Are we? Not quite, but we're catching. Getting quite a lot of ground in the braking zone there in turn 1, it seems, and we're going to go up the inside of Gasly now. Are we? Not quite, but oh, bang, they just stamp on the brakes there. I was trying to go for a move around the outside, which did work, but unfortunately that means we've lost a bit of our front wing, and yeah, I think we're suffering from understeer now, are we? Well, we're braking for that corner a bit more than we usually would. Yeah, we're running a touch wide there. Gaz is all over the back of us. We're having to brake. We need a wing, guys. We need a wing. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. We're having such a gain there. We're having such a good race, and sadly, just that little bit of braking ahead caught us out. I was trying to go around a move around the outside, and it didn't quite come off. And unfortunately, guys, we need a wing. So we're just going to pull into the pits now to get that front wing sorted, get it changed. We're going to tumble all the way down to last place. And that's a great shame. We were battling so hard then, as high as 12th there, guys. But the Lola Mastercard team are going to do their best to get us out as quickly as possible. Of course, it was on lap 2, so I don't think the mediums were going to last, so I've elected to go on the hard tyres till the end. The green light shows, and it's away we go. We're out in stone dead last. It looks like Raghunathan is around 18 seconds ahead, so that's almost a full pit stop there, which of course isn't ideal, but we're going to keep it now. Rich mix, use that overtake button. We're going to try and set fastest lap after fastest lap and see how much ground we can gain on the cars ahead. So we're on to lap 7 now. We're just rounding this mini carousel section, and Lando Norris is out of the race, and it's caused a safety car, guys. That is a disaster for us. We got within 12 seconds of Raghunathan, so we did put quite a bit of pace on there and did gain time, but now effectively the cars ahead are going to get free pit stops, and we'll be lucky to gain places here, I think. We are going to be incredibly lucky. There's Lando Norris off to the left-hand side of the screen there briefly. That was an engine failure for him, but let's see where we end up now. Cars are going to be peeling into the pits, of course. Will we gain positions? We're coming down the straight. That's Raghunathan. Oh, we're actually gaining more than expected here, guys. We're P15, P14 now, and that's Kimi Raikkonen. Can we race him to the safety car line? We can, and we're ahead. Oh, that was cheeky there. But we gained a position just on Raikkonen there, just as the safety car line was approaching. We took full opportunity of that, and we are P13. So I'm happy with that, but where could we have been had it not been for that safety car that slowed us down? We could have been ahead and in the points. But here we go on the restart. We've got Danny Kvyat ahead once again. That's Roman Grosjean. He's benefited greatly from the safety car period. We're through on Danny. It doesn't make it too difficult for us. And we're going to try up the inside, are we? No, round the outside. The outside of the carousel. It's like a scene out of NASCAR, this. Still on your outside. Outside, inside, all clear. And we are all clear into P11 with Esteban Ocon ahead. The guy that flicked a little bit of our front wing off at the start of the race. He's in P10. We're going to try battling for him to get this car into the points. And after that front wing failure, after we'd lost the wing, I was thinking no chance of points at all. But thankfully, the safety car seems to have worked out, and I didn't expect it to. Looks like all the effort I did of pushing for those few laps really came and paid dividends there. So we've got Ocon ahead. Ahead of him is Pierre Gasly. We've got Grosjean behind, and we're lunging up the inside, are we? Yes. Oh, we take a lot of curb there. He's round us outside. He's giving us room, but no, just a bit too much wheel spin there on exit. And unfortunately, that keeps us in P11. And we're coming up to this final carousel section now, and we're going to try with it around the outside. It's going to put us in the wall. Oh, that was so close, but we've got the overtake button enabled there briefly. We're in rich mix still, and we are through into P10 with Gasly ahead for P9, and we're closing in on them somewhat rotten. It's like the mediums aren't quite working for the cars ahead, and we're going to try a move, are we? Well, the mini carousel here, we're surely going to try around the outside, because that seems to be working a lot for us, and we tried but failed this time around. And we're going to come on to lap number 12 now, and we're back at that carousel section once again. I'm going to keep calling it the carousel, the mini carousel. Round the outside, Yep, Gasly gives us room, he gets a bit of a swap on there, bit of wheel spin, and we're through into P9. I can't believe it, guys. This NASCAR style banking section seems to be working wonders for the Lola Mastercard team. The little section and the big section, we've done overtakes round the outside, which is unbelievable stuff. And P9 for us at the moment, we've got Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton ahead. He's having a bit of a disaster. And we're on to lap 17 now, and we didn't make any more ground on Perez, but we're trying to hold off from Gasly, who seems to be a lot better in this final stint, and he's up the inside of us. That was a cracking move by Gasly there. Fair play to him for that. And looks like we've got Kvyat up for company now as well. The other AlphaTauri tried to take the final point off us. And, oh, he bangs into the side pod of us. And he slides, he spins. Oh! Nearly had a massive accident there. But thankfully, Kvyat held it. I'm not sure what he was trying there, to be honest. It was a bit of a audacious move. And we run a little bit wide out, breaking ourselves there. Trying to get ground back on Pierre Gasly. But we are still P10 crucially in the final points paying position as we're about to come round and start the final lap now. It's Gasly ahead, and then we've got Grosjean and Raikkonen behind, and they're key to keep behind really, because they're the sort of teams that we're battling with in our constructors battle, as well as AlphaTauri as well, because they've not scored that many points. So this little gaggle here is going to be crucial, and we're coming round the final corner, and as you can see, guys, we are going to keep P10. It's going to be a P10 finish. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Credit to all the guys at the Lola Mastercard team, because we have just scored points 2 rounds running with a P8 in China, a P10 here, and to top it all off we get driver of the day as well, which is just extra lovely. We pick up 1 point after starting P17. Unbelievable stuff. And there you go, there's Benito Bonotto. That's Sebastian Vettel winning, which is never going to happen, and you're never going to see a happy Benito for that, are you? You're never going to, let's be honest. That's the Ferrari crew looking all lovely. No masks, no social distancing, shaking hands of all things. God, you get done for murder this day and age. And a bit of a loading screen there because, haha, the game. That's mostly what I do. I don't edit the race now, I edit the loading screens out. And there you go. Sebastian Vettel lifts the trophy high, and he bangs the champagne onto the floor, and it's time for the champagne! No. So there you go. As you can see, Sebastian Vettel wins from Verstappen from Bottas, and it's us in P10. We kept Grosjean and Raikkonen at bay at the end there. Raghunathan finishes P18 ahead of Carlos Sainz. That McLaren team is really struggling. No points for them this weekend. And Raghunathan finishes ahead of both Williams, so credit where credit's due there this weekend by him. Still miles off the pace looking at those fastest lap times, but reasonable that he finished ahead of the Williams, so you know, we might just keep him yet, but then again I doubt it. I think we'll definitely have this season out of him though, just to keep the pennies saved rather than spending it on a really good driver while we're in a crap car. And there you go, P14 in the standings for us. Raghunathan is still last behind the Williams and behind both Asses, who are all yet to score points. And in the Constructors, we maintain P9, but we gain a point on the Alfa Romeo team, as AlphaTauri go ahead of the Alfa Romeo team, and Racing Point go ahead of Renault. Time for a little interview now, and what we got to say? What's this? What we got? Did you struggle? No, not really. The car was on fire today, guys. It was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. There's a lovely little nimble thing. We had a little bit of understeer on that second to last corner, but then going around the carousel, I could just stick it wherever I wanted. Safe to say you're exceeding everyone's expectations. Well, the team's working great. I'm working great. It's a match made in heaven. Did your teammate enjoy his own Grand Prix? Well, he's an Indian racing under a Dutch licence, so I'm going to say yes, of course he is. Of course, he loved it, our Raghunathan. Any comments on the collisions? Well, Rubbin's racing. I don't think the car's quite nimble enough yet to avoid things like that. But, you know, I'll just press a button and see where it gets us. Oh, our chassis department noticed that bit.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you there, woman. That was very nice. Loved it. Loved that interview. So here we go, look, we're going to have a look and see what we're going to waste these 2 days on. We're going to do some building for Raghunathan. No, we're not going to bother with that. I think we need a bit of a aero team building dinner. I think that's what we could do with. Put a lovely spread on. Vol-au-vents, chicken Kievs, cheesecake, and all the good stuff. So there you go, guys. That was the Lola Mastercard My Team from Zandvoort. We pick up another crucial point, and I'll see you all next week for Spain. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and as always, much love.